Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's the Kitty G, and I'm back again with an upload today because my internet's not holding up for a live stream. So hopefully it works well throughout this stream. What I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be doing a little bit of different. But first things first, guys, I need you guys to smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. Only 50% of you guys who are actually subscribed to the channel watch these videos. So if you guys could subscribe, that would really help out. And guys, smash that like button because it really does help the algorithms. It helps me grow, and when I grow, it helps me bring better content for you guys. So let's get this show on the road. Let's get the show started the right way. But first things first, don't forget, smash that like button, and let's get the show started the right way. Bang. Granit Xhaka to Roma seems to be nailed on at this point. After Jordan Henderson had issues with his contract at Liverpool, it seems like he could be joining Arsenal in the coming summer. Reports out of the Sun say that Arsenal are favourites to now sign Chelsea striker Tammy Abraham. Aaron Ramsdale has been linked to Arsenal once again for a £30 million move away from Sheffield United. Due to COVID-19 restrictions and issues that have happened within the training camp recently, Arsenal's US tour has been cancelled and they will not be playing in the United States. The preseason games will either be rescheduled or something else will have to take place. Ben White to Arsenal is pretty much done and dusted. We're just waiting for them to cross the I's, dot the T's, and for him to come back from his vacation so he can then be joining his new team, the Arsenal. James Maddison to Arsenal is on. I'm telling you guys, this might actually happen. Now, the thing is, James Maddison has recently been linked to Arsenal, and it looks like Ainsley Maitland-Niles and Reece Nelson have been linked moving the other way, plus a possible £50 million deal. Now, this looks like we are trying to get as close as possible to the valuation without actually having to pay the full 70 or 80 million pounds. So there's some new breaking news with Hector Bellerin. It looks like he might have actually turned down $110 million per week contract from Arsenal, stunning the club. It looks like he wants to move on to San Siro and he wants to force to move on for about £15 million. But Inter Milan want to get the player on loan. So it's going to be a very interesting back and forth between the two clubs. But let's see what happens. Reports out of Manchester United that Bruno Fernandes wants RUBEN NEVES to be his sideman in the midfield of Manchester United, and it looks like RUBEN NEVES could be joining Manchester United over the beloved Arsenal. Now, what could this mean for BISSOUMA? We'll find out all this and more on a quick version of today's Arsenal news. Yes, people. So let's get started. We're going to first talk about Granit Xhaka, right? What you guys need to know about the Granit Xhaka situation is that Granit Xhaka most like why won't it do it? Okay, forget it. Anyways, so the thing about Granit Xhaka you guys need to know is Granit Xhaka could be on the cusp of joining Arsenal. From what I've read, Granit Xhaka, the midfielder Granit Xhaka, is on the cusp of joining Roma. It says that Sky Sports Italy report that this deal could be done in the coming hours. They've already agreed personal terms, and the clubs have yet to finalize the transfer fee. That's the only thing stopping this deal from being finished at this point. They have yet to agree the transfer fee. That is what is holding this back. But hopefully when the transfer fee is agreed, everything will be done and dusted. And as of tomorrow, he will be a Roma player, and we won't have to worry about Granit Xhaka anymore. Everyone who wants him out can celebrate. Everyone who thought he was a great player will be waiting for a new replacement. But we all can agree that once this chapter is done, hopefully Arsenal Football Club, there won't be as much infighting for the new players that come in the future. I hope. That's one thing that I could hope on, right? But yeah, going on to the next report. The next report is Jordan Henderson, right? Now, the thing about this Jordan Henderson report is I need to tell you guys what's going on with it and how this whole thing came to light, right? What you guys need to know about the whole Jordan Henderson thing is it's quite interesting. So Jordan Henderson has a contract situation currently at Liverpool. The current situation is his contract is up in 2021. He wants a contract extension that would take him up until the age of 34. He's currently 31 years old. He wants a security for his future, and he wants a role more than just somebody who cheers on the players and more than just a person who just is a motivational speaker in the dressing room. He wants to be as utilized on the pitch as he would be off the pitch, right? Now, after speaking to some Liverpool fans, they have some mixed feelings. Some of them want the rolling contract. Some of them are Liverpool before Jordan Henderson. Some of them respect Jordan Henderson so much that they want to give him what he wants. In my opinion, Jordan Henderson to join Arsenal would be interesting, but at the same time could cause more problems for our contract situation going forward. He'll be joining at the age of 31 if he was to join this summer. He would be joining at the age of 32 if he was to join next summer. He would be joining, and he would be an improvement on our midfield options, but for how much longer? How much longer could he be a mainstay of a midfield in the Premier League? We've already seen that he's been breaking down a lot recently, and this could be an issue going forward for Arsenal if we were to have signed Jordan Henderson. So personally, I'm of the party. I do not want Jordan Henderson. I get that he's a quality player, but I just don't want to take the risk. But yeah, moving on to the next story, right? The next story is Tammy Abraham. Now, the thing about Tammy Abraham is Tammy Abraham is a quality player, but for Arsenal, he would just be a taller, faster Lacazette. And for what they're offering us, if you guys don't know, they're saying that it's a 30 million, 40 million pound obligation to buy. The Sun reported this yesterday night. And you know what? I don't want anything to do with Tammy Abraham for that price valuation. I'm sorry. I don't want him. I don't want him on loan. I don't want him to be an option to buy, obligation to buy. I just don't want him in my team. Even if he was a free transfer, a lot of people would still be against it. I personally don't want Tammy Abraham. I don't see how he improves us as a football team. I don't see how he improves us, and he's an upgrade on Lacazette or Aubameyang. I'm sorry. He might be younger. That's the only thing he has going in his way when we're discussing this. But Tammy Abraham to Arsenal, I think it's rubbish. I think it's agents pushing this. If it's real news, fake news, you guys tell me in the chat right now what you guys think. If this is fake news or real news, the whole Tammy Abraham thing. I think there is news. I think it is real that we have spoken to his agents. I think it is real that we have spoken to Chelsea about it. But for Arsenal to be buying him for that or getting him on loan for that valuation makes no sense when we still have Martinelli, Balogun, we have Aubameyang and Lacazette. We are stacked in the striker position. They might not all be great and ready to go right now, but I think we have enough adequate pieces to push us forward in that position. We don't need to worry about the striker position as of right now, maybe next summer. Now, going on to the next story. The next story is quite interesting. Aaron Ramsdale for £30 million bid. Now, the £30 million bid is a valuation point that Sheffield United have in their head. Now, I get that Arsenal want a striker. Arsenal want a goalkeeper. Arsenal want a right back. Arsenal want so many different positions. But I don't see why we would spend that much money on Aaron Ramsdale, who's fourth choice for the England national team, who is only made it in because Dean Henderson got injured. He was in a terrible Bournemouth side. I get that he was a good goalkeeper. He was in a terrible Sheffield United side. I get that he was a good goalkeeper. But when he come into Arsenal, he's not going to push for the first starting spot. I would rather go get Johnston, who's a little bit older, 27 years old. He would be pushing for that starting spot. He'd be pushing Leno to try to get into that starting spot. And his distribution and his ball-playing ability, Johnston, I feel like is at a higher level. He did get relegated from West Bromwich Albion, so we would be able to get him for a cheaper price. He's going for around 10 million. And there's also other goalkeepers out there. Why aren't we going to PSG and rating their goalkeepers? They have like 7 goalkeepers at PSG. Why don't we try to go grab one of them? Like the guy who used to play for PSG and be the number 1, who went to Fulham last year, Areola, he's good. There's so many other goalkeepers you can get for a cheaper price. It just makes no sense why would we spend £30 million on Aaron Ramsdale. I'm sorry. I'm passing on Aaron Ramsdale. Next, the preseason tour has been canceled. I'm sorry to everybody over there in Florida who wanted to go see Arsenal for the first time. I'm sorry to my guy, 2K FIFA Reaper. He definitely wanted to be one of those guys to go check out Arsenal. I feel bad for you guys. But when it comes to the club itself, there was issues with COVID. Players, staff got COVID, and they couldn't risk traveling with the COVID implications and everything else that's going on. So they canceled the tour. We will not be playing the 2 games that we were supposed to be playing against Everton and Millionaires. That will not be happening. But what will be happening is we will try to get some behind closed door games going on, since we do have off until after the 28th. Our next game will be against Chelsea. But now, talking about Ben White. Ben White's situation is interesting. We don't know much about when he's going to come back. All we know is he's on vacation. Once he comes back from vacation, we'll find out what's going on with Ben White. But as of right now, he's on vacation. He's enjoying his best life with his girls out there doing his thing. Let him enjoy himself. But he is near a move for £50 million to Arsenal. That we do know for a fact. Everything's been agreed. Personal terms, club fees, everything's done. Just waiting for him to come back, do his medical, and lift up the shirt. That's it. Next. James Maddison to Arsenal. It's happening, people. At least I hope it is. At least I hope it's happening. But this will be one that we're going to have to wait a while for. We're going to have to wait a while to find out all the details and everything going on around this deal. Now, we did offer Ainsley Maitland-Niles and Reece Nelson in this deal to sweeten it up. And Reece Nelson is a highly touted player. Ainsley Maitland-Niles is also a highly touted player. These guys might not be of the level to play for Arsenal, but they do have scope to grow and become better players if given the right opportunity. And who knows, Leicester could be that opportunity. But I don't think Leicester are going to do a swap deal. I think Leicester want us to reach closer to the valuation that they want, which is 65 to 70, maybe even 75 million for James Maddison. And Arsenal, if they are prepared to pay that money, we will get James Maddison, and he might be an Arsenal player if we do pay that money. So, yeah, put the money where your mouth is, Arsenal. Get James Maddison in, and this will be a talent that could generally push us forward back to where we want to be. But, yeah, I like his attitude also. His attitude is he's a winner, and he wants to win. So, with this guy in our team, he could offer us a lot. And you guys say, why would he leave? You know what? He was on the fringes of that Leicester team before the season ended. So we'll see. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Now, moving on to the next topic, Hector Bellerin. Hector Bellerin's situation is very, 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 very strange. So Hector Bellerin's situation is weird because he could be sold or he could go on loan to Inter Milan. But Arsenal have offered him a new contract, which he subsequently turned down. Now that he's turned down the new contract, the club has no choice but to fall for his demands to leave the club this summer. He'll most likely be going to Inter Milan with an option, £15 million option to buy. We will no longer be receiving the 17 million or 25 million or 30 million that we wanted for him. We've completely wasted an asset. And just imagine 4 years ago, Barcelona were offering us 55 million for him. What a waste of an asset. But yeah, Hector Bellerin, it looks like he will most likely be sent out on loan to Inter Milan by the end of the season. He does not want to stay at Arsenal. He's already made up his mind. His future is away from the Emirates. That's just the reality of the situation. Now, moving on to the last couple topics. It's going to be an interesting one. Let's talk about it. We got Ruben Neves and all these guys that we need to discuss. But wait. Ruben Neves to Manchester United. Looks like it's nailed on. And Bruno Fernandes wants this deal to happen. He wants him to be his right-hand man in that midfield behind them, ushering that midfield, being the ball-playing center back, pushing the ball forward. Some people think he might actually be a replacement to Paul Pogba, and that would be hilarious if that was. But I don't think he is. I think he's a replacement for Nemanja Matic. And this is implications directly with Arsenal because we were heavily linked to him as our Granit Xhaka replacement. If he does go to Manchester United, that opens the door for Arsenal to now go and get another target of theirs, which is who? None other than the man himself. You know who I'm talking about? BISSOUMA. If we can get BISSOUMA, this could be the perfect backup plan to Ruben Neves. In my opinion, he should have been the first plan. He should have been the priority from the beginning. But hey, what do I know, right? So yeah, this is what's going on here at Arsenal today. Hopefully, now that Ruben Neves is more likely to go to Manchester United, we can go and get BISSOUMA, get the deal done. We've already spoken to Brighton. Get the deal done, get it over the line, and let's get the show on the road. Yes, that's what I need to see. But yeah, people, it's a short little video today. Unfortunately, I couldn't give you guys the full hour-long content that we always do and have all the guests on, but I will be doing that more often in the future. But big up to every single one of you guys watching. Have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day. And if you haven't already subscribed so far, what are you waiting for? Just subscribe. And if you haven't already liked the goddamn video and you've gotten this far, come on, just like the goddamn video. But yeah, we're out of here, people. Have yourselves a good one. Peace. What's going on, everybody? I need you guys to go check out my channel and subscribe if you're new. And don't forget to subscribe, hit that button, and hit that notification bell while you're at it, ladies and gentlemen. EGTV, you already know. And if you're on your phone, it's even easier. Press that like button for me. And you know what? Subscribe while you're still here.